welcome you to the Riverside Weekly. We hope your time with us today is thought-provoking, spiritually challenging, and a life-changing experience. Our discussions and messages can be raw, real, and at times very uncomfortable and even controversial. We highly encourage all of our guests and listeners to take notes, leave comments, and when possible, always share what you hear. And now here are your hosts, Pastor Cello and Pastor Mia.
Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning?
Good morning, good morning.
Wednesday, Sunday. How's it everybody doing? Listen, you okay? That excited? Okay. All right, we're...
Not Corona. Coffee. Coffee.
She said not Corona. Man, I want to say what's up to everybody that has been listening. Continue to listen on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora. Did I say iTunes?
Yes.
Okay.
You said iTunes, Spotify, something, Pandora.
All you guys that are listening, outside the U.S., man, appreciate you guys continuing to... stay tuned, man. We'll get some shout-outs next time, I think.
Okay.
Next
all
week.
those in Memphis, Tennessee, shout out to you. Thanks, Matt, for the cup. And if you travel and you want to just send us some cups, we'll totally use them. Or send us a shirt, or send us...
We'll wear your shirt.
Your hat, your glasses, your jewelry. These are from You Are My Sunshine Boutique, and it is new. Guys, I never wear dangle earrings. Ever.
Custom made.
Custom made, totally. Yeah, and they're so light, I didn't even know I had them on, which is why I'm wearing them, because I don't like things that weigh me down. And
ooh, big, heavy, gold.
yeah. I mean, Anyway, so thanks. Shout out to Natalie, because they are amazing. You Are My Sunshine Boutique. Totally. I need a shirt. It's got a little sunflower on it.
Cool. Anyway, just wanted to say what's up to you guys listening, watching us on YouTube, man. Thank you guys for subscribing, sharing, liking, posting, all that good stuff, commenting. Anyway, so what are we talking about today?
So I know this is going to sound really dumb because I talk about movies all the time, but I feel like...
That's not dumb. I like movies.
Obviously, during quarantine, everybody is quarantining and watching movies and that type of thing. Stop rocking the table.
Sorry.
My coffee is going everywhere, and it's not iced anymore. It melted, so that's how hot it is outside.
Even though we're inside.
And it's in a mug.
Yeah.
I'm out,
I got you.
like a mug. Anyway, so I just thought it was really funny because we were watching The Karate Kid. Remember that the other day? And I know this sounds so funny, but I just watch movies and I think. I can't tell you what I'm thinking about.
I think.
Yeah, I just think. And when I'm watching something, it makes me think. Just the same as when you listen to podcasts, you read books, whatever it is, it makes you think. What?
Look at Twitter, look at Instagram, look at, what is the other one?
I don't know. Facebook?
No, TikTok, Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
All that, Snapchat.
I don't know. I'm not on any of it except for Instagram. So, and I'm so glad that Instagram just came out with this new thing called Reels. It's just like TikTok, but it's on Instagram because I deleted my TikTok. I heard about them stealing your information.
I'm thinking about getting on TikTok.
Go ahead. I'll do things with you. I mean, guys, I really dream about, and someone has already told us that we should do a synchronized dance like Angela Johnson does. And, it's funny because we were on a trip and he has this playlist that he plays all the time. Doesn't matter. Can be trip, can be working, whatever it is. He just plays this playlist. And one of the songs on there is a cumbia. And it was so funny because immediately when I hear the song, I think I should be working out. But he thinks he should be dancing to it. So it's really funny. And I don't know. You should get on TikTok and we should do a synchronized dance. Anyway, going back.
Probably not.
It would be cute. We tried to do the ooh na na na. I think that's what it's called. And yeah, epically failed, so we didn't even record it. So, and he wouldn't even get with the foot thing. So, anyway, if you want to teach him, it's fine, and then I'll jump in. All right. And I'm not even the dancer. He's the dancer. He's the outgoing one. He's the loud one. I know
Yeah,
he never
you can tell, huh?
He's never allowed on here, and I have to be loud. When he's loud, I'm not. When I'm loud, he's not.
Balance. Gotta have balance, Danielson.
Oh, okay. Okay, Mr. Miyagi. Anyway, so going back to the movie, and I just made me think when I was watching it, you know, it wasn't even actually the Karate Kid. It was
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. But it was the characters from the Karate Kid, and they're all grown up. They're all grown up, and they're talking about, you know, their indifferences that they had, and they each are training two different people. Daniel's son is training somebody else. Johnny is training somebody else. Johnny what? Johnny...
I don't remember his
I
last
don't
name.
either. Anyway, so they're both training somebody different, and Daniel's son is training some kid, and you think he's going to win because Daniel's son won all of Karate Kids, right? So you think that he's going to win, and he doesn't win. And I was thinking about it because I've never seen this before, and he took some shots, and, you know, the shots came, boom, and he got him back, and then he got hurt, and then he got him back. So you think he's going to win because that would be the likely story, but he doesn't win. Spoiler alert. And so it made me think about life. Life is like karate. It comes at you.
No, it's like a box of chocolates.
No, life is not like a box of chocolates. It's like karate. Life is like karate. And I'm just... Yes.
Okay.
So the hits and the swings come at you, you know, and some you block. You're supposed to block.
Oh, sorry.
You're supposed to block. And some you block, but you come, you know, you're a black belt, so you knew that was coming. But I'm just saying, some of the shots we get to block, and some of them you can't see. What was that one video that you showed me? Remember the guy? He says, "Come at me with a knife, bro." So he comes at him with the knife like this, and he gets out, and he's like, and the guy's like, It was an epic fail video. But I'm just saying that life is like karate. It comes at you in chops, and most of it we block. You know, we're like, blocked on Facebook, blocked on Instagram, deleted from my phone. You know, we block them. But at the same time, there are some things that get by. And those things, you know, you just have to remind yourself. And this is so funny because it's my son and his songs, but he said just put one foot in front of the other, and that's really what they train you to do in karate anyway, right?
Yeah.
The balance is one foot in front of the other. You know, mira, you know, on the pole, you know. I'm just saying. So anyway, it just made me think of that. So you're the karate expert. Share. I'm sorry. Dismissing myself.
You left me hanging. What are you doing?
Okay, go.
I mean, what you're saying is true. I mean, like, I think a lot of times, with all the deep transition of everything you just said, I think sometimes we, the word, you know, the scriptures tell us to study to find ourselves approved. It tells us, you know, that we're going to have trials and tribulations, that we're going to have all these issues that come about. But I think a lot of times, Christians, in quotations here, I think we live in a fantasy land of Christianity where we read the scriptures where it says that you're going to have hard times. We read the scriptures where trials and tribulations are going to come, where suffering is going to come, where these obstacles are going to come at us. But I think that we live in a fantasy world to the point where it's everybody else but us.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to happen to us. I'm an overcomer. I'm more than a conqueror. And we're okay conquering and we're okay overcoming as long as nothing is coming at us.
Yeah.
You know, and that's true. You know, like it kind of reminded me, you were talking about how he lost that fight, but it's just kind of like for me,
Rocky.
For the older generation.
For the older people.
The first Rocky, you think he's going to win because everything that he's going against and fighting, and he loses, right? And a lot of times I think that we don't like losing because it makes us feel less than. But, you know, when you get hit with stuff or when you have to deal with trials and tribulations and suffering and all this other stuff, I think we lack the endurance to be able to put up with those or to endure those things. And so I think, you know, going back to like where he lost that fight, I think we don't like taking the L's.
Yeah.
We don't like losing because it makes us look weak. And I think
it makes you stronger.
it does. I think it makes you stronger as well. I think that if you can take an L well,
Yeah.
then you'll come out on top. Even though you lost, you'll come out ahead. There's nothing more humbling than being humbled. You know, my dad used to say all the time, you know, when we would spar and work out, he would always say, it doesn't matter how hard you hit, somebody hits harder. It doesn't matter how fast you are, somebody's faster. It doesn't matter how fast you kick or how hard you kick, somebody kicks faster and harder. And I think we negate that in Christianity. I think that let me rephrase that. I think a lot of times in Christianity, we underestimate the enemy.
Yeah.
And then when we get hit, we're shocked and surprised by what we get hit with.
Yeah.
And like on that show, you know, like you're wanting to win and you're wanting the people to win and you're watching the show. You're like, man, he's going to win. I want him to win. But then when he loses,
you get disappointment.
You get disappointed. You get disheartened.
And you're like, oh, well, then everybody loses.
Right.
I'm going to lose.
I'll never win.
Yeah, never. Look,
Right.
if the good guy doesn't win, then I'm not going to win. And
Yeah.
you hear people say that all the time.
Yeah, because
the bad guys always get the good stuff.
Yeah, you know, and I think that a lot of times as individuals, as living our life, I think our society today is so inherent with having to win that they literally ignore the fact that you lose. But you cannot win successfully unless you can lose successfully.
Well, Paul said that.
You have to
Didn't
be
Paul say
willing
that?
to lose. Yeah. And people, you know, you hear this all the time. People say, well, it's not if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. And there's a lot of truth to that, even though we don't like it, because somebody that's never lost doesn't understand what it really means to win. But when you have somebody that's fighting and losing and taking them L's and not doing good, and you're taking, like you're talking about, he's taking those shots and you're like getting hurt more and more and more. When you win, you appreciate the win.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, the person that you beat, you value their loss.
Yeah.
In other words, you're not big-headed and you're like, yeah, you know, you're like, man, I know what it feels like to be in your position. So it changes that perspective of
Paradigm shift.
Yeah, of how you're taking that loss in those shots. You know, when we were sparring, a lot of times, you know, some of the things that my dad would say is, you know, like, if they hit you, then they're either really fast or you're really slow.
There you go.
You need to get better, you know. And so I remember when my dad would take us to go spar, or we would go spar with other schools, he would always encourage us to spar or to fight individuals that had a higher belt class than we were. So if we were white belts, he wanted to spar on anybody but white belt. If you were blue or, you know, whatever, yellow belt, whatever it was that belt you were, he wanted you to fight the people that were above you, and not so much
it makes
the people,
you better.
Because it really
challenges
you, but it helps you mentally and emotionally to go, man, I'm probably going to lose, but I got to give it my best.
Yeah.
And so in that thought process, we don't think like that a lot of times in society. We just, this is going to hurt somebody. We don't think about losing. We just think about getting the trophy because we showed up to fight.
Yeah.
We think about getting the blue ribbon or the gold star because we're there on time, because we showed up. We think because we know some scriptures that we automatically won. And that's not how it is. That's not
That
true
is
in
the
life.
fantasy.
Yes,
that
that's
is
the
fantasy world.
And I think that's why a lot of times we find people that quit their jobs, they quit their profession, they don't reach their dreams, and they don't reach who they could be in God and who they're called to be in Christ, because they get overwhelmed by the loss, because they live in a fantasy world there where they're not going to lose and they're not going to have challenges.
So you always say this about Formula 409.
Oh, yeah.
Formula 409 came about because it took them 409 tries to get it right. And that's why they called it Formula 409.
That's exactly right.
409, people give up on 2.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I gave you a second chance. I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, the Bible says to forgive. And we talked about this before, 70 times 7,
Yeah.
you know. And that's in a day.
In a
And
day.
yet
And
we give up.
Yeah, and I think what you're talking about with the movie really points out, you know, you say it made me think, because it does. I mean, a lot of times we I think people, we just watch movies for entertainment or we read books for entertainment, but we don't really pull out the underlining or the quote unquote silver lining of what's being shared. And I think that's where we struggle as a society. We want to win.
We want to win.
Yeah, we want to win, but we don't want to win at any cost. We want to win with the minimal effort, the minimal
work,
sacrifice, the minimal work. We want to do the very minimal that we possibly do and get the biggest trophy, have the biggest paying job, have the most likes, have the most tweets, have the most influence, but we don't put any work into it.
You don't have to talk at me. I already know all this. Thank you. Thank you.
So that's my 2 cents on the Cobra Kai episode 52.
Thank you for Cobra Kai. My thought was this. I was thinking, for the Cobra Kai, it made me think, you're going to laugh, but you used to teach self-defense at the community center, at the community rec center, and it made me think of all the techniques you were talking about. Self-defense is major. We should be in self-defense mode. If we were in self-defense mode, we'd be prepared for life to come at us like karate chops. So,
right.
You'd be like, you were supposed to be ready.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where was your self-defense? And then I started thinking about we can't be on the offense because the offense, and then I was like, wait, karate and football are not the same thing, man.
Well, they kind of are.
Okay, but defense, and I remember being in the football stands going, defense, defense, when your brother was playing, but I was like, well, what's offense? What is that? Defense is to protect the line. Offense is to come through and to get through and get over there and get, the goal, get to the goal. So it made me think about karate. Are we always on, not the defenses and keeping people back? Are we on the offense of trying to get to the goal?
I think it's both.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. People aren't doing both.
True. Not everybody is. I think some people are.
No, some people are just standing there and letting them get hit over and over in the same spot, and they say that. What do you call it? Insanity is doing the same thing and getting doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me. I think life, you have to be offensive and defensive. I mean,
okay, but most people are not.
And the reason that you have to be offensive and defensive is because you have to be able to defend yourself when things are coming at you. But at the same time, you have to be offensive and be on the move and moving forward, even in spite of the things that are coming at you. And I think a lot of times we get motivated for a few minutes and then we shut down because we're overwhelmed. And I think the biggest challenge is to know when to be defensive and when to be offensive. And that's what's hard for people because, like I said, we want things easy. We want it to come with ease. We don't want to have to work for it. And I think one of the biggest things is that we don't want to have to think about anything. We don't want to have to think and process emotions, process what's happening to us spiritually. We don't want to process what's happened to us physically. Mentally. We don't want to process information. We just want to know the answer. We just want to know.
Give me the answer right now so I can write it down.
And I can
Carlos,
win. And so that I can
win. My nephew was sitting next to my parents, and he was like, "What's this?" And they'd give him the answer. "What's this?" They'd give him the answer, and he'd type it in. I'm like, what kind of game is that? You're getting the answers from them. You didn't even work to get the answer.
Exactly. But that's how our society has been for the last several years. Is that we want the cheat sheets instead of having to figure it out ourselves. We don't want. We have become a society where we no longer want to think. We just want the answers.
A bunch of couch potatoes.
And the sad thing about it is because if you're not thinking and processing information emotionally, mentally, on all these different areas, if you're not processing that information, you become weaker and weaker and weaker because somebody's always giving you the answers. And so you literally stop thinking. And when you stop thinking, you can't be offensive. You can't be defensive because you're just gonna take the L's. You're just gonna
take all the hits, all the karate chops.
Yeah, because you don't know how to.
What are all the? I don't know all the things. I just know.
You know XXX, LLL, XX, blue, green, X.
I don't play those either. But anyway, yeah. But that's just what it made me think about. Life is like karate. It comes chops at you and just comes at you as much as it can, and you know, what are you gonna block? Yeah, what is that? With karate chop action. You know, Buzz Lightyear.
Kung Fu action.
Was it Kung Fu action?
Kung Fu.
No, it's
I don't
karate.
know.
You
I
don't watch.
don't know.
You don't watch it enough. Anyway, so that was just my take on that movie, and I just thought it would help. It just made me think about it. Just keep one foot in front of the other. Keep balance. Must have balance, Daniel-son.
Walk on one side of the road. Okay. Walk on the other side of the road. Okay. Walk in the middle. Squish.
Like
just
grape.
like grape.
Much wisdom from Mr. Miyagi. Anyway, I don't know. I hope that helps somebody. Just don't let the karate kicks or karate hits or karate punches come at you and knock you down too hard. And if
where
it
you don't
does,
wanna get up.
yeah. And even if it does, get up.
Get up.
Get up. Dust yourself
Get
off.
up.
Yeah. Get up. Just imagine Rocky and imagine all those people at the ring. Come on.
Right.
Get up. It's kind of like the Umbrella Academy,
Yeah.
you know, when I just want to feel the pain. I just want to, okay, pity party. And that's really what he was having.
He was
having a pity party. So you go ahead, have your pity party and lay there and get beat up because guess what? You got to get up sometime.
Yep.
Can't sit in your poop too long. Because then it becomes crusty and it hurts. And it hurts to peel it off. So
Oh.
I'm just kidding. You're like, how would you know?
Okay.
Anyway.
Very descriptive this one is.
Yes. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't let the karate chops come at you. And if you want to learn karate, here's the black belt right here.
Thank you guys, man. We'll holler at you guys later. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you for listening to the Riverside Weekly. Download the Riverside Waco app to stay connected and follow us on all social media sites at the Riverside Waco. This podcast is made possible by the givers of Riverside Community Church. Production and engineering provided by Capital G and RTV in Waco, Texas.